Have you ever said that eating healthy is too expensive? You can't afford ingredients for your smoothies. You see, obesity is a money issue. It's not that the food is too expensive, it's that you don't make enough money. You don't have enough money. So, I'm a weight loss surgeon, and I've helped thousands of people with their weight loss surgeries. But what I've learned is that while we tinker with the stomach and staple off their stomach and do a bypass and do a sleeve and stuff, there's a deeper issue that causes obesity, right? A lot of it's a mental struggle, psychological struggle. I get that. But it's hard to measure whether or not you're improving mentally or psychologically, right? Another cause of obesity, and what I believe is one of the main causes of obesity, is money. Money issues, okay? So, in order to fix our obesity, I want to take some time to really talk about money. And I need to get y'all past your resistance to talking about money. There's a saying that says there are 3 things you can't talk about at the dinner table. Do you guys know what it is? Number 1, can't talk about religion, right? You're going to get into a fight if you start talking about religion. Number 2, you can't talk about politics. Somebody's getting stabbed if you start talking about politics. Number 3, you can't talk about money. Everybody's embarrassed about their money. You never talk about your salaries, that sort of stuff. But it's a major issue. So what we have to do is let down our barriers. I'm going to ask y'all to open up your mind, because I got to teach you some stuff about money, all right? I'm going to give you 3 amazing tips today, which always ends up being 4 or 5. Then I'm going to give you an amazing opportunity to get your money straight, join my team, get mentoring from me, because I get that request a lot. Dr. Vuong, how do I contact you? Will you help me? Will you mentor me? This is the way to do it. Plus, I want to give you an opportunity to come see me in Vegas for free. It's going to be amazing. So, open up drvhh.com. Let's get started. The first tip on how to get your money straight is going to blow your mind. Tip number 1. You cannot save your way to, what's the answer? Wealth? Nope, not even wealth. Money. See, not wealth. Now, why not wealth? Now, everyone's heard this before. You cannot save your way to wealth. Well, some of the gurus will tell you, save your money, save 10%, invest in your retirement. I'm going to explain why that's all wrong, okay? And then you hear a couple people say, well, you can't save your way to wealth. I'm not even talking about wealth. The Dr. V style slap in your face says, listen, you can't even save your way to money. You can't even save your way to money. The average person is so far behind that they can't even conceive of wealth. So the second that I tell them you can't save your way to wealth, they've shut off. So I have to tell you, listen, you can't even save your way to money. You following me? You cannot save your way to money. So anybody that says, hey, save 10% of your income, save in your retirement, etc., I'm going to tell you why you cannot save your way to money. First of all, 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. The statistics are that most people are about 2 months away from losing their home, from losing everything. What does that mean? That means if they lost their job and they could not get a job within 2 months, most of them would lose their housing. Think about that. That's crazy. I heard another statistic. This is really crazy. 50% of baby boomers, half of all baby boomers, have 0 money in their bank account. Why is this terrible? Because they've been working their entire lives expecting to retire at age 65. The first set of baby boomers are about to retire, and half of them don't have any money. So they can't retire. Now here's a bigger question. Who's got to pay for that? We are. Not the government. It's us. It's our taxes. It's, it's burden on the healthcare system. It is more homeless people, more homeless shelters, more And when you have more of that, you have more crime, more stealing. You have more hunger. It's all the bad stuff. But what's the root cause? It's not because of the president. It's not because of war. It's not because of politics. It's not because they were lazy. It's not because they didn't work. It's because they never got good money tips. Boom! First thing, your mind exploded right there. You can't save your money. You can't save your way to money. Now, why can't you save your way to money? The answer is this. What the F are you going to save? Amen? Who hears me? Everybody who's telling you to save money, they don't fucking know what they're talking about. You've got nothing to save, right? At the end of the month, what's there to save? You're barely getting by. You're lucky if you pay the minimum on your credit cards. What are you saving? There's nothing to save. Let's say you have this goal, Dr. Vuong. New Year's, it always happens. Dr. Vuong, I'm going to save $10,000 this year. I'm going to save $10,000 this year. Really? What? What are you going to save? You're already maxed out. There is nothing left for you to save at the end of the month. You get it? You get it? So there's nothing for you to save. There's nothing available. Okay? Let me ask this other question. It's August. The year is like more than halfway over. Of your New Year's goal, how much have you saved? Answer is very little or zero. And if you had saved it, what happened? You spent it already. Amen? Your bank account is no further along. Okay? That's why I want to talk about money, is because I can measure it. Okay? We'll talk about that in a little bit. So what are you going to save? There's nothing for you to save, which leads me to the next thing. So you can't save because there's nothing to save. That's number one. Number two, or A, B, don't budget, because everybody's telling you, you know, you need to budget your money. You can't spend more than you earn. You need to sit down every month and write down where your money goes. Every single month. Who loves doing that? Nobody. Even Dr. V. I hate doing it. I did it for the very first time this January, and I was like, shit, I spent a lot of money. All I had to do it was one time to know I was fucked up. Right? Why do you have to do a budget every month? One, you hate doing it. Why do you hate doing it? Because consciously, subconsciously, it makes you face, like, not your fears. It makes you face your inadequacies. It makes you feel inadequate. Amen? This is the reason why you won't budget. Give me some truth there. This is the reason why you won't budget. Because when you sit down at the dining table every month to go over your budget, you're like, damn, I have no self-control. I spend money here where I shouldn't have. I'm not making enough money. I'm not a good mom. I can't provide for my kid. How are we going to pay for this vacation? But I really want to go. Can't go. Blah, blah, blah. Now it equals an argument with your husband or your wife. You shouldn't have spent money on that. It's never we, right? It's always you who shouldn't have bought those new shoes. You didn't need to buy that birthday gift for your second cousin's roommate's son. Like, what the hell are you doing? It's always you. It always leads into an argument. So there's no point in budgeting. First of all, there's nothing to budget. Okay? Now, here's another reason why it's stupid to budget. What happens to your budget the second something happens? I'll give you an example. The second your transmission blows out in your car. Or for some people, it's not even your transmission. Your transmission's $1,000, $1,500. What happened to your budget if your transmission goes out? Your budget's blown. Boom. Destroyed. You cannot make an extra $1,000. Where are you going to get an extra $1,000? It's done. Your budget's done. Some people, it's not even $1,000. Some people, it's a flat tire. If they get a flat tire, they're on Facebook going, oh my God, how am I going to pay for a new tire? How do I get a new battery? Somebody posted the other day, my battery went out of my car. Where am I going to come up with the money for a new car battery? I'm like, dude, it's $30. You don't have $30? This is terrible. I'm not making fun of anybody, but this is the reality of the world. You don't need to budget because your budget will explode. And this is critical stuff. There's other bullshit, right? If you have a water leak, you're screwed. If your kid, by kid, I mean Dr. V, because I do this all the time, is like watering the lawn, and you leave the water sprinkler on, or you go on vacation and you might have left the water running in your koi pond and overfilled and flooded the yard. You might have done that. Not, and your water bill suddenly goes from $30, $20, $30 a month to like $50, $60 a month. Now you're arguing. You got an argument. That's just the water bill. What if there's a water leak? What if the pipe underneath your sink breaks and you flooded your kitchen? Your sheetrock's gone. See, you're done. Your budget's blown. That's stuff you can't control. Now let me talk about stuff you can control. What if you just found out, oh my God, I totally forgot. My sister's kid has a birthday. My nephew is turning 10. We have to buy them a gift. Okay, let's go buy them. So you go to Toys R Us, which is now bankrupt. And you know you're spending at least $30, $40 at Toys R Us. A Nerf gun is $30 these days, man. Dude, it's expensive. Video games. Your kid is online playing these video games. And apparently, I don't play video games, but apparently you get to like buy stuff online to like power-ups and extra power shield things and access stuff, right? I don't know about this stuff, but apparently you can. And it's one thing if it's your kid who's doing it. It's another thing if it's your grown-ass husband doing it. Your 40-year-old husband's like spending his money on some stupid video game online. Oh, jeez. So your budget's blown. There's no point in budgeting. You can't save, okay? Now, so that means there's only one thing to do. You are going to have to. Well, Dr. Vuong, if I can't save, if I can't budget, then what do I have to do? Only thing to do is, someone write this down, increase your income. You have to increase your income. Is this good stuff? This is the only way to change your life. Now, why will increasing your income change your life? Now listen, don't put up that shield barrier. Remember, it's hard to talk about money. Keep your mind open. Because some of you guys going, but I already work 2 jobs, or I'm on disability. Hey, listen. Quit saying shit like that. Keep your mind open. I'm going to show you how to increase your income, but let me explain why you need to increase your income, not save. Okay, let's say you really are disciplined and you can really cut back. Okay, let me see if I can get down this low. Okay. This is important, y'all understand. C, there is a limit to how much you can save. Amen? There's a limit to saving. There's a limit to how much you can save. You can only cut so much away. Let's say you decide to live like a hobbit. And you don't go anywhere, you don't go to the movies, you got rid of your cable bill, you quit drinking lattes, you quit going to Starbucks. Eventually, you will hit a bottom. Does that make sense? You still have to pay for rent or mortgage or car payment, power, electricity, insurance, gasoline. You can only save so much. Now, why is this important? D, there is no limit to how much you can make. Boom! Whose head just exploded? There is no limit to your income. There is no limit to how much you can earn. The average American makes $52,000 a year. For a lot of people in this world, they think that's a lot. But I just told you, 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. So if you think you're doing good if you got a $75,000 a year job, but I just showed you, you're barely getting by. But aren't there people in this world that make $1 million a year? Actors, actresses, movie stars? Sure. Aren't there people who own businesses that make $10 million, $2 million? CEOs of companies are making $50 million a year? Yes. Apple, Amazon just became the wealthiest business in the world, and Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, is the wealthiest person in the world. He's like worth, I don't know, $60 billion now. Billion with a B. Not even a M, a B. And you're worried, you think you're good at 50,000, 52,000, 60, you're not. And for those of you on disability, how do you can't live on like $500 a month or $800 a month. You can't. Now here's the question. Why, and because this is a hot topic right now, right? Why are people willing to risk their lives to cross a desert to get into America and be separated from their kids? This is a really hot topic. Some of y'all don't know I'm an Asian immigrant. I'm one of the Vietnamese boat people. My dad left our family and brought only me when he was 36 years old. We spent 6 months in a refugee camp in Thailand. We got sponsored to come up to America. He was 36 and I was 6 years old. We could not speak English. We didn't know how to read. He didn't know a stop sign from a go sign. By the way, there's no such thing as a go sign, but we wouldn't fucking know. Couldn't read the language. Didn't know anything. We had no connections, no resources. But in 16 short years, at the age of 52, my dad retired independently wealthy. How is that possible? I'm going to tell you how that's possible. It's called the American dream. It's called the American dream. That is the promise of this country. And most of you guys watching, you live in America. You didn't have to go spend 6 months in a refugee camp. You didn't have to leave your family back in Vietnam, right? You didn't have to cross the desert. You're already here. You're living in the greatest country at the greatest time to be alive forever. You just have to go chase your dream. That's what I'm going to show you to do today, right? That's what we're going to get to. Boom, the first tip. What do you guys think? Good? Amazing? You know, screw Susie Orman. Screw Dave Ramsey. They're not going to teach you what you need to know. Screenshot that.